Have you ever wanted something so badly you'd do anything to get it? I mean, anything. We all have those secret, desperate wishes we whisper into our pillows at night. What if I told you there's a place where those whispers can be heard? A place where dreams are sold, but always for a price. Welcome to the legend of the Crossroads. They say that if you find yourself at an old, forgotten crossroads precisely at midnight, you might not be alone. A figure might emerge from the gloom, a silhouette against the moonlight, known only as the shadow. This isn't just any old ghost story. It's a tale whispered in hushed tones from generation to generation. The shadow offers you a deal, a chance to have your deepest desire fulfilled, fame, fortune, love. Just name it. But this isn't a fairy tale with a happy ending. Every wish granted by the shadow comes with a hidden cost, a cruel twist of fate that turns your dream into a nightmare. It's the ultimate lesson in be careful what you wish for. Today we're going to delve into the chilling tales of those who dared to strike a bargain at the crossroads. Let's start with the story of a young musician named Leo. He was brilliant, a true virtuoso with his guitar, but he was stuck playing in dingy bars to a handful of people. He dreamed of sold-out arenas, of thousands of fans chanting his name. One night, fueled by frustration and a little too much cheap whiskey, he found himself at the fabled crossroads. As the clock struck 12, the air grew cold and the shadow appeared. Leo didn't hesitate. He wished for fame, to be the greatest rock star the world had ever seen. The shadow simply nodded and a contract thin as smoke materialized in the air. Leo signed it with a prick of his own finger, and just like that, the shadow was gone. The next day, his life changed. A record producer discovered him. His first single shot to the top of the charts. He was an overnight sensation. He had it all, the money, the fans, the adoration. But the price soon became clear. The music, once his passion and his escape, became a hollow chore. He could play the most intricate solos, but he felt nothing. The joy was gone, replaced by a cold, empty void. He was surrounded by people, yet he had never felt more alone. The songs that once poured from his soul now felt like they belonged to someone else. He was a puppet, and the shadow was the puppet master pulling the strings. He had the fame he craved, but he had lost the one thing that truly mattered, his love for music. His greatest gift had become his heaviest curse. Then there's the tale of Clara, a woman who had spent her life yearning for a love she believed she'd never find. She watched her friends get married, have children, and build happy lives while she remained on the sidelines. Her heart ached with loneliness. One desperate midnight, she sought out the crossroads. She wished for a soulmate, someone who would love her unconditionally. The very next week, she met him. His name was Daniel. He was everything she had ever dreamed of, kind, handsome, and utterly devoted to her. He adored the ground she walked on. For a while it was perfect, a whirlwind romance straight out of a movie. Clara was deliriously happy. She had found her soulmate, but the shadow's price is always cruel. Daniel's love wasn't just devoted. It was possessive, suffocating. He couldn't bear to be apart from her, not even for a minute. He questioned every friend she had, every call she made. His love became a cage, beautiful and gilded, but a cage nonetheless. She couldn't breathe, couldn't have a thought of her own. The unconditional love she had wished for had twisted into an obsession that was consuming her. She was loved, yes, but she was no longer free. She was a prisoner of her own answered prayer. Perhaps the most cautionary tale of all is that of Mr. Abernathy, a once wealthy businessman who had lost everything in a market crash. He was a proud man, and the humiliation of his downfall was more than he could bear. His family was on the brink of poverty, and he saw only one way out. He went to the crossroads and wished to have his fortune back tenfold. The deal was struck. The next morning, news broke of a miraculous stock market surge. Investments he thought were worthless suddenly skyrocketed in value. Money flowed back into his accounts, more than he had ever had before. He was wealthier than his wildest dreams. He saved his family, restored his name, and basked in his renewed success. But where did this sudden wealth come from? The shadow doesn't create. It only redistributes. Abernathy soon learned the horrifying truth. The companies whose stocks had soared had done so through unethical, devastating means. One had caused a massive environmental disaster, displacing thousands of families. Another was built on exploiting its workers in dangerous conditions. Every dollar in his bank account was stained with the suffering of others. He had his fortune back, but he had to live with the knowledge that his prosperity was built on the ruins of countless other lives. The weight of that guilt became a shadow that followed him far more closely than the one he'd met at the crossroads. These stories, whether you believe them as fact or folklore, share a powerful message. They tap into our deepest fears about desire and consequence. The shadow at the crossroads is more than just a spooky figure. It's a metaphor for the shortcuts we are tempted to take in life. It represents the easy way out, the quick fix that promises everything but often hides a terrible cost. It teaches us that true fulfillment doesn't come from a magical deal made in the dark. It comes from hard work, from patience, from cherishing the journey and not just the destination. Leo's fame was hollow because he didn't earn it. Clara's love was a prison because it wasn't built on trust and mutual respect. Abernathy's wealth was a curse because it was built on pain. They all got what they thought they wanted, but they lost what they truly needed: passion, freedom, and a clear conscience. So the next time you find yourself wishing for something with all your heart, remember the tales from the crossroads. Be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it and the price might be more than you're willing to pay. Sometimes the longest road is the one worth taking. What do you think? Is the shadow real, or is it just a story we tell ourselves to value what we have? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this dive into dark folklore, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more stories from the shadows. Thanks for watching.